All right, y'all, today we're down in the holler and I'm about to show you a bunch of plants, a bunch of spring ephemerals, and I also just made a discovery that I'm pretty excited about. So for the past 4 or 5 years, I've been looking for bloodroot on our family property and I haven't been able to find it. There's a lot of good spring ephemerals and a lot of good diversity there, but I haven't seen bloodroot. Well, today I was riding around the holler, driving these roads, looking on the roadsides, and guess what? We hit bloodroot heaven. There is bloodroot everywhere. This whole hillside is covered in bloodroot, and it's covered in tons of this spiderwort, which we don't have on the property either. But it gets even better. Look at all this spiderwort. And you see this boulder right here? The whole entire boulder is covered in spiderwort and trilliums. All right, anyways, we're gonna spend the rest of this video walking around. I'm gonna show you a bunch of spring ephemerals that are on this hillside, and there's a lot of cool ones. All right, so we've got a bunch of violets. Check those out. Right here in front of it, we have not oak leaf hydrangea, but wild hydrangea. And I think this is hydrangea arborescens, maybe. I think that's it. But it's the wild hydrangea. It has these leaves that look like this and not those giant oak leaves, but they have a really good looking flower. All right, so next we have anise root. And this anise root right here is also called sweet root, candy root, licorice root, a bunch of things, because if you dig this up and you smell the root, it smells just like licorice. It's a really cool plant. And next to it, we've got more bloodroot. And I want to show you why bloodroot is called bloodroot. All right, so I'm going to try to hold my phone and get down here to these roots. And I really don't want to kill this plant, but for educational purposes, we might have to. Let's see. All right, here. You see that root? Probably not. There, it's better focused in right there. Look at that. And watch, if I stab it, it starts to bleed. And I think this is toxic, but look, it'll stain your fingers. And this was used as a dye by Native Americans. And man, check that out. How cool is that? Blood red. That's why it's called bloodroot. All right, so let's get back to these spiderworts. I have never tried them, but I've heard they are edible. You can eat them just like you would asparagus at any time of the year. These stalks right here, apparently you can saute those and cook them like asparagus, and it's a great one to grow as a crop because it's very prolific. When you get it going, it really tends to take over. So if you're looking for a vegetable crop that's native, get you some spiderwort. And these blooms come in so many different colors just in the same patch. Look, we got light purple, we've got a little bit of a darker purple, we've got whatever kind of purple this is. We've got some bluer looking purples. I mean, they really tend to vary. And I don't know if that's specific genetics in those spiderworts or if that has to do with the soil, but I assume that's probably genetics, and they can just vary. Sometimes you'll see these that are white, I believe. All right, so let's go check out some other stuff. We're gonna walk up here a little ways past this boulder with the spiderwort on it. If y'all get spiderwort on your boulder, you should probably go talk to a doctor. Oh man, look at this one. I got a good one right here, y'all. All right, so this right here, this is, I believe, blue cohosh, and I've never really seen it in flower until right now. Check that guy out. How cool is that, y'all? Blue cohosh. This may be, I don't think it's black cohosh. Black cohosh, their flowers look like this, but they'll be huge. I mean, I'm talking they'll be like several feet long and like bend over like a wand. You'll look them up online. They're absolutely beautiful. Black cohosh is beautiful, but I think this is blue cohosh, and just a really beautiful plant. Behind it, we've got licorice root, which looks very similar. If you didn't know the difference, you might think that those are the same plant, but they're not. Back there behind it, we've got trillium, and then right here, this is snake root. I believe maybe white or black snake root. I need to get better with my snake roots, but I see a snake root and I'm like, that's a snake root. And that's about all I know on snake roots. I'll save that for later in life. I like to do that. I don't like to learn everything right now because learning is fun. And there's things that I want to save till when I get older. But if you look at it, it's got these triangular leaves. But look right here next to it. This is the best surprise. This dude is massive. And look at that trillium. You might think it's big, but look how big it really is. I mean, this sucker is bigger than my hands. Huge trillium. Huge, absolutely massive trillium. I love trilliums. They're really cool. But a lot of times they're smaller than that. A lot smaller, but this place is just really cool. See over there by the Quiet Cat? By the way, that's a Quiet Cat e-bike. This thing has been a lifesaver. I've been able to see so many more plants and get so many more places quietly without disrupting wildlife because of this Quiet Cat. But look at those trilliums. All right, so let's turn our attention over to shrubs for a minute until my attention gets distracted, and then we might get back to forbs and stuff. But see this guy behind me right here? This big old dude? Look at these leaves. You can see they have like just a bluish little hue to them, like a bluish hue. But you take one of these leaves, crush it up. Very, 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 very fragrant. This is spice bush, and it's a really beautiful example of spice bush. But right here next to it, we've got our favorite privet. Tons of privet over here. There's even privet on top of the boulder. But here is one that you don't see as often. It's an invasive, but it's probably one of the worst. You don't want this one. You don't want this one on your property. Look at that sucker. Take some guesses, because I know some of y'all know what this is. It makes an edible fruit. They say it's edible. It's really bitter. But this is trifoliate orange, and this stuff is awful. It's got this really smooth green bark, so its bark is really thin. This thing cannot stand fire. You run the lightest fire you can possibly run through here, and it's going to kill the whole thing. It's going to top kill it. It'll resprout, but it'll top kill it. This stuff hates fire. So if you want to get rid of some of this, burn it. It does not like it. But man, this whole hillside, you got anise root, bloodroot, May pops, or May apples up there. I get May apples and May pops confused. But it's just like a layer of anise root, a layer of bloodroot, a layer of May apples. Really cool. Okay, so this is what I want to show y'all. If you don't know, Alabama, North Alabama is like the epicenter of Buckeye diversity in the U.S. You've got lots of Buckeyes coming together. You've got actually one that's almost an endemic to Alabama called, oh, see, I told you I was going to get distracted. I just found something else that's pretty cool. But that Buckeye is called bottlebrush Buckeye, and it's got these huge white long wands of a flower, really beautiful. And then you've got red Buckeye, the infamous red Buckeye that everybody knows. We also have Ohio Buckeye, and we've got yellow Buckeye that gets tall like a timber tree. All right, so this is what I got distracted by, and we'll come back to Buckeyes here in a minute. We've got Jack in the Pulpit right here. This is 3-leaf Jack in the Pulpit. Sorry, my camera shooting is not very good right now. We've got 3-leaf Jack in the Pulpit. Here's the pulpit, and there's Jack in there. Look at little Jack. But that's his pulpit. That's Jack, and we'll let him back, put him back and let him do his thing. So Jack in the Pulpit, really cool one. We got 5-leaf Jack in the Pulpit. We've also got the dragon wing. Oh gosh, I forget which scientific name it's called, but it's got the dragon wings, and really cool. I love Jack in the Pulpits. All right, so back to the Buckeye ordeal. We've got bottlebrush Buckeye, that's almost an endemic to Alabama. We've got red Buckeye, yellow Buckeye, and Ohio Buckeye. And they all come together here in like North Alabama, and they can hybridize. But I don't think this is a hybrid. I think this is yellow Buckeye with a reddish tint. I don't know. Look at that, it's like pink. So we've got a bunch of pink ones, and I haven't seen, okay, this one looks more like a full red Buckeye that's already bloomed and done its thing. See how red those are, even when they're old? they're still really red. So I think this is your typical red Buckeye. By the way, I just got distracted by this. This anise root right here is just getting, I mean, every single anise root plant in this area right here is getting browsed by deer. Like they're hammering this anise root. I've never seen that. See, look at this. Just hammering it. All those stems eaten off. So this is nature's food plot, y'all. Biodiversity is the key, because nobody ever talks about deer eating anise root, but deer eat forbs. They love forbs and they love shrubs. They love woody browse. So if you've got woody browse and you've got a lot of forb diversity like this hillside, you're gonna feed a lot of deer. If your woods don't look like this, if it looks just like a bunch of leaves this time of year, you're doing something wrong. You probably got too many trees. So the more forbs you got, the better it is for deer. And y'all, this is how these videos are gonna go apparently. I'm gonna get off topic. That's how my brain works. Things pop in my head and that's how I make a short video about it. But when I'm making longer format content, I'm all over the place, y'all. So y'all have to bear with me. But we're getting back to the Buckeyes. I keep getting distracted. Okay, so I just showed y'all that pinkish looking one. I just showed y'all the one that I think is truly red Buckeye. But check this guy out. This is true yellow Buckeye, I believe. And you can see all these flowers on this plant. Man, that smells good, like really good. But all these flowers on this plant are yellow. Okay, so I think this is yellow Buckeye. Look in the background. You see that red? I mean, that's not pink, that's truly red. So I think that's red Buckeye, and I think this is yellow Buckeye. You see those? But this is small, like the size of a red Buckeye. And yellow Buckeye gets big. I mean, it'll get bigger than that tree right there. It'll get huge and it'll get tall as that tree. So this might be a young yellow Buckeye, but I'm not 100% sure. A minute ago, I was watching a bunch of bees on these. So apparently bees like them. But anyways, these things hybridize, and I'm wondering if that pinkish one back there may be a hybrid. I don't know. If you know about Buckeyes, leave it in the comments what you think, because I don't know enough about those Buckeyes to tell them apart. I need to do some research and try to figure that out. All right, check out the diversity here. Anise root, Virginia creeper, snake root, jack in the pulpit, bloodroot, anise root again. We got some invasive honeysuckle there, bloodroot, or I mean snake root. All these roots are messing with me, but all this diversity in one location, y'all. This is how diverse your forest floor should be. Uh-oh, there's a change of plans. This is a good place to flip rocks for salamanders, so let's look for salamanders. Nope, no salamander there. That's surprising. That looks like a good rock. All right, let's check this one above it. Nope, no salamander there. Ooh, there's a big millipede over there though. He's a cool dude. Man, these are some gravelly looking sools under here. All right, so here are those phloxes I promised y'all. Boom, look at that. Look at those phloxes. I think that's woodland phlox. We've got another one up here. Oh, here's some sticky willy. Sticky willy sticks to your clothes. See, look. It'll stick to you. Whoa, look at that specimen. That is a snake root right there. That's a big boy. All right, so there's another phlox. Holy mess, y'all. I am getting so distracted today. Look at this dude. That is the biggest trillium I have ever seen. These suckers are knee high. I'm not even joking. Look, knee high. You see that? All right, y'all, sorry, Jake called me, but let's get back to these massive trilliums. Look at this one. It got so tall it fell over. I mean, look at my boot. That's 11, 12-inch boot. This sucker's daggum, it's that's probably 20, 21 inches. And this one's had some trouble. But look at them bad boys. I mean, these are old growth trilliums. Old growth trilliums. Giant. Look at this. Biggest trilliums I've ever seen. All right, anyways, y'all bear with me. I'm new to longer format content, so it's very sporadic right now. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just walking around in the woods. This is how my brain works on a regular day. This is how I come across cool plants, and hopefully it's enjoyable for y'all to watch. If not, y'all can keep watching my shorts, but I'm gonna try to start making some longer format content because shorts aren't making us money anymore. So, well, they are, but not like they used to. But we're gonna be making longer format content. So if y'all please would share and share it on Facebook, whatever, that'd be awesome. But if y'all want more of these kind of videos, let me know. I'm gonna make this. This is kind of like a naturalist walk, a free naturalist walk for y'all that you don't have to pay to go on. Y'all get to see cool places from my perspective without actually having to get out in the woods. You can do this at work, y'all. Watch these videos at work and get outside while you're in the office. But anyways, cool place. Pretty excited about this spot. Going to be doing a lot of seed collecting here this year to get these plants growing on my family's property. So it's just a half a mile up the holler here. But anyways, y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all watching. Look, y'all, going up a hill, not even pedaling. This thing is awesome. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna save me a lot of time. Flat cat e-bikes, get your places quietly and without sweating.